Hey, what's going on, Flicks Talkers? Welcome back to another movie review. This time for the Seth Rogen starring Doubles. You will be seeing Doubles in this film. It is an American Pickle. It did come out on August 6th, 2020. It is rated PG-13 and it is streaming now on HBO Max. An immigrant worker at a pickle factory is accidentally preserved for 100 years and wakes up in modern day Brooklyn. Alright guys, now this film is directed by Brandon Trost, and he also did This Is the End and The Disaster Artist. Those are two films that I absolutely loved, so I was actually really interested when I heard this project was coming around for the two to kind of get together and work on something potentially great, this time for streaming HBO Max. Now HBO Max is the newest contender on the block as far as being in the ring with the streaming juggernaut, and it has a lot of content coming, and this is one of its originals. So I'm here to let you guys know my likes and my dislikes if you should check this out if you guys do have HBO or the HBO Max streaming platform. Alright, so I'm going to start off with my likes, my pros right out the gate, guys. Seth Rogen, to me, is a modern comedic genius. Now, when I say that, do his jokes always land? No. Does his humor always land? No. Does his acting always land? No. But I feel like he's someone that really is a genuine character. When you see a Seth Rogen performance, you know exactly kind of what you're going to get, either from the poster, from the feel of the trailer. Some may call him one note. I've been one to say that Seth Rogen is just kind of Seth Rogen. They even poke fun of his character at This Is the End with his typical token laugh. And to a certain degree, that is true when it comes to acting, but I think as a genuine, sensible person, Seth Rogen is the real deal Holyfield, and I really do appreciate him for that and for tackling something of this subject nature, that of someone being pickled. And I got to give Seth Rogen and Brandon Trost some credit for tackling something that could potentially just go over people's heads. And I think it's an interesting concept when you always have people from the past, in this instance in particular, 100 years, so the year 1919 jumping to 2019, 2020-ish era, and just exploring life for the first time, because you get their first accounts of never seen an automobile, never seen the internet, never, seen diverse cultured couples. So that is touched upon in this film of only 1 hour and 30 minutes, by the way, and it does kind of fly by. And that kind of goes into my pros as far as the runtime. I thought it was, pleasantly handled. You got your kind of ups and downs of what someone would go through going from year 1919 jumping into our present day of what that person would experience. So we got to see, spurts of that, at least in the beginning. But then we got the central message of family. And that's what I think I appreciated and liked the most about this, all the way till the end, to a point where I almost got a little misty-eyed, because they do touch on, the whole family dynamic of something that Seth Rogen does not have, and something that Herschel, the opposite character that he is playing, does have. And he is someone who is all about family. It's about the old country. That's their main focus, is family and preserving that legacy. Right before he got pickle brined, he was about to have a son. So, there's a lot of polar opposites with these two different characters. And that jumps to another like of mine, was the fact that they were able to do this split screen so well. I'm sure it's, done in a better technical fashion than what I'm used to, decades ago of seeing split screen. But it was really, really done in a flawless way. And I think Seth Rogen handled it magnificently, because I felt like I was watching two different people on screen, even though they were the same actor playing two different people. So I definitely got to commend and give kudos to Seth Rogen on portraying someone not just with the accent and a beard, but he portrayed someone who was a complete opposite of what Seth Rogen was going through at the time, 2020. So those are pretty much my likes. of the film. It does go at a pace. Like I said, it's only 1 hour and 30 minutes. So you touch on a lot of different subjects. You have Herschel wanting to kind of get rich, and it kind of almost fits the cliches of his Jewish heritage. And you have Ben, wanting to tackle this project that he's been working on for 5 years, a internet application. So you have a lot of these relatable, realisms that are going on in this world today, and him just kind of racking his brain and, to perfection. He doesn't want to release it. So a lot of those things, as well as they touch on the topics of Twitter, and they have a Whole Foods type of store. It's called Whole Green. So I thought that was really funny, especially since we went to New York last year, and they talk about a lot of the hipsters. And is everything locally sourced, and is it organic and free of preservatives and stuff like that? So I actually really like that people were talking about the subject nature like that, because it is extremely relatable and to this current climate that we are living in right now, guys. So now jumping to my dislikes of the film was, I think, the fact that it did go a bit downhill at the third act. So that's the only real big complaint that I had, was that it took a complete left field, where they almost put Herschel on this like epic pedestal where it shouldn't even have gone that way. It should have just been about the family dynamic of Ben and Herschel. But instead they kind of made him, more than just someone that was preserved, pickled, to our current time. And I really wish they would have just focused on, his life in 1919. Instead, they kind of try to make him this person that acclimated to American culture in 2020, but like a rise to fame type of thing, like a Times Magazine Man of the Year type of cover type of deal. And he was over there, giving video interviews, and he's on Twitter and stuff like this. And it kind of went a little left field, because I understand what they were trying to do, and throw the funny little humor out there with today's political climate. But to me, I wish the central focus would have just been on them. So I didn't like the direction, I guess is what I'm saying, of the film overall. But I'm not knocking it down too much, because it started to peak back up once we got into like our last 20 minutes, 15 minutes of the film. And I thought it had a lot of heart in that area. So for that, I think I'm going to definitely say you guys should check out Seth Rogen in An American Pickle, streaming on HBO Max right now. And my final rating for this film is a 3.5 out of 5, guys. Saying I had an okay time, fun time, if you will, with this one. And hey, you can pickle this movie and you can watch it later. How about that? All right, guys, have you seen An American Pickle? Do you plan to see it based on my recommendation? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you guys did appreciate my review, please hit that thumbs up, as well as hitting that subscribe and bell notification for more content like this. All right, guys, till next video, I'm gone. Peace.